Yeah, I think just a lot of analysis, a lot of reflection, and collaboration. I think, getting on the same page, figuring out the little details that need to be fixed for the next game so that one, we can up our level, but two, like, what we want to do is win, and we know that we're going to come out here and have that extra bit of energy because of, the loss.
It's kind of a special event with the doubleheader with the men's national team. Have you ever experienced anything like this before? What does it say about the way that soccer can be for everybody?
Yeah, I think it's pretty incredible. I love that, we're here and doing that. I think it's really cool that U.S. soccer is coming together as a whole, and having these opportunities and having us be a part of it is really great. And I think, under Emma and under, the new coaches, you can really tell that U.S. soccer is a family, and we're going to support the men at the World Cup, and we're going to support the men here playing in their game. And I think it's just really cool how we can all come together as one country.
Earlier this week we honored Alex, and now this match we're going to honor Alyssa. What has she meant to you in terms of looking up to her during your career?
Yeah, I mean, as a fellow East Coaster, I obviously grew up watching her. She's one of the best keepers in history for the U.S., never mind the world. So I think it's going to be really incredible to be able to celebrate her, just like it was incredible to celebrate Alex. And as a young player coming into this team, these are the players we looked up to. So being able to play for them as well as celebrate them is really cool. And I think it's the closest game I've played to home with the national team. So it's going to be really cool to see, her family come out and have, the people that are close to her that watched her growing up be out here.
What do these friendlies mean to the team? Like, how important are they just to gain your bearings and figure out something about the club?
Yeah, I think every single friendly is important to this team, and we learn from every single game, win and loss. And I think coming off a loss especially, there's a lot to learn. So I think, giving players experience like Emma has is super important, and being able to step on the field for the U.S. at any time is an honor, but it really is also we have to show up and show out, and I think it's going to be really important for us this game to, turn that around and also just prove that, the U.S. is still the top team in the world.
Is it good to have just a quick turnaround so you have to make adjustments on the fly and kind of prove that you can come out stronger?
Yeah, I think it's very much like tournament style. You have only a few days in between each games at a tournament to, learn from the previous game, but also then just prepare for the next game, and that game doesn't matter anymore. So I think just like it would be losing a first game in a 3-game group stage, this is going into the second game of group stage. So you have to think of everything like a tournament, so that when that qualifying tournament comes around, hopefully the World Cup comes around, that we're prepared for that.
Emma has talked a lot about how important it is to incorporate the youth levels alongside the senior team. What has your experience been like having camp alongside them as someone who has gone through that system?
Yeah, I'm so grateful that I had such amazing youth team experience and got to play at pretty much every youth level with the U.S. So I think, those experiences truly, give you experience at a world level, even at a young age. And I think going to those tournaments, this is the next step up. So now that I have that little bit of background, I'm able to have a little knowledge coming into here, still a lot to learn. But I'm just so grateful for that experience coming into here. And I'm just grateful every time I get to be here and learn from Emma and learn from the players. And it's just such a special environment, and truly one that you just always want to be a part of.